Ever wondered how people can post thousands of posts on their website in a single day? Let's code it. I am your host Rushan, a coder, investor, and a visionary. Stay tuned till the end of video to get the complete source code of this project. Hi guys, so first of all you will need to install Python and a code editor to write your WordPress autoblogger. In this case we are using Visual Studio Code to write your code. So few of the dependencies in Python packages, we are going to use a newspaper 3K. You can just search it on Google and you will land on its GitHub page. So this is the GitHub page for newspaper 3K. This is the package we'll be using to get the title and content of the news article directly from the link of news article. And other dependency and package which we would be using is WordPress XML RPC gateway. So every WordPress installation nowadays comes with XML RPC gateway pre-installed. So all you would need to do is log into your website as we are doing here. Now let's open up our code editor. If you want to know how you can directly open your code editor from your command prompt, you can check the link in the card for that video. So on the left hand side we have the documentation for WordPress XML RPC gateway Python package. We can use this package to make an automated post on our WordPress website on our behalf. So let's look through it. So it has an object called client in which you can pass the URL of your website, your username and password. Simply let's do that. So let's first install the packages using our terminal. For that you would need to do pip install WordPress XML RPC, and for newspaper 3K you have to do pip install newspaper 3K. For me they are already installed, but let me show you how to install them. So all you do is just pip install and the name of the package. Let's get it from their official website. So we do not need to remember the package's name. That is not what our goal is. Our goal is to write a WordPress autoblogger. So till it gets installed, let's write the functions for getting the context from the article, that is title, URL and images. So looking at its documentation for newspaper 3K, so let's first define the function to make it a bit more organized. For making posts, so we just do define make post and pass in the context which would be the post. Now setting up the client and saving the object returned by client in the variable WP, passing in the username and password. Now in this you can pass in your own website and your own username and password. For my site I would be passing my username and password here. So let's make object post. Now for passing the values to this object we need to get the data. So let's first build the getArticle function which would get us the data directly from the URL of the article, and then we would pass that data as in dictionary to make post function, and then in this function we will pass the data from dictionary, which would be content, directly via XML RPC gateway to our WordPress blog. So let's create a new file named get_news.py. Let's look at the documentation. So it gives you a method called article in which you can pass the URL. So let's find some website to copy the news from. Let's search it on Google. Let it be bitcoin.com. And we want to copy a specific news article from this website. Now you can always loop through a lot of links and pass on that links to the to our function. So I want to copy this article, so let me copy the link and save it in the URL variable. So as you can see, I have copied the link, and now let's look at the documentation. So let's pass the URL in the article constructor and save the object written in variable article, and we can access the properties of article using dot operator. So we can get things like article.title, article.text will give us the body of the article, and article.top image will give us the link for the image that is on the top of article. So basically this library makes the work a lot easier, and you can pass other parameters to article constructor as well, which is language. If the article is in Spanish, you can pass ES. If it is in English, you can pass EN. Also, it supports Chinese, Portuguese, Dutch, and many other languages. So first of all, we will need to download the article. So for that, we will call download method followed by pass method, and then we can print article.top. And as you can see, let's run it. As you can see, it has successfully given us the exact title of the article. So let me fast forward this, and there we go, at a little bit faster speed so you don't get bored watching this video. So running it again, and it would give us the complete text of the article. Now let's download and save the image using requests module. So for that we would do request.get, and in that we will pass the URL of the top image, and then we will open a file named 1.jpg and write it to the file directly. Write the response we received from request, and we will write the response.content directly into file to save it as image. So you have seen the code. Now let me run it, and as you can see, we got the image in our directory. Now let me make it a bit more organized and copying everything under a single function named getArticle. You can name anything for the function. I mean, that doesn't make any sense, but copying this under a function would make it much more easier for us to reuse this code or run it under a for loop. So let's define a function named article underscore content, and in this what we would pass is a URL for the article and If you want to know the trick how I did that, all you need to do is select everything and press tab, and it would be everything would be shifted one tab to the right, and this makes it much more easier to clean the code. Now let me define a dictionary name content, and what I will do is all the values that we get from attributes of articles such as title, text and top image, I would be saving them to dictionary, and the keys would be title, body and image. So for image, what we will do is I will save the path of image, which is constant in our case, that is 1.jpg. So let's do it. And once you save the path in variable, do not forget to return the content. Now we are returning this dictionary, and we would be using it in our make post function. So let's return it, and let me write a demo function below it in which we would import make post from blog post and then pass in the URL. So now as we got the content from article content function, so let's build this. Basically, let's get all the attributes required from the documentation, which is on the left side. So these are the attributes which are required. Here I am defining the media type and the name of file, so it is JPG. Now opening the file and saving it into a variable, and then making a request to upload it in our gallery. So it would be our WordPress website's gallery, and so uploading is not enough. We need to get the response ID, attachment ID, and we can pass this ID into the post object, post attribute, and we can now make a post request to our website. So it would upload or add the image as thumbnail to our website along with all the other content. So on the left hand side you can see the XML RPC gateway. Now let me refresh and show you. So by default these things are stored in draft of your post section, but if you want it to be in published section, so you need to add an attribute called post status and set it as publish. Now you need to refresh, and as you can see now it is automatically posted and published on your main website. So there you see the complete article with all the text, title and image in your website copied from other website. Do not forget to like, share and subscribe, and for the complete code you can go to my GitHub link. Links are in the description, and please share this video with everyone whom you think would be in need of an WordPress autoblogger. Thanks for watching the video. Again, thank you so much for watching the video. Do not forget to subscribe. Bye.